We're military training instructors, the Air Force drill sergeant.
When I found out I was pregnant, I went to go meet my husband. He was on the drill pad.
I was on the drill pad drilling my flight, marching, training some drill.
And I think he was so nervous when I told him I was pregnant.
I see her walking up and it was like a long walk because I could just tell. I was just waiting for her. I saw it in her face, but I had to hear it.
I went and told him that I was pregnant and he shook my hand and did an about face and marched off.
And I said like, congratulations, and I went back to my flight. And so that's just how, that was the nature of that beast. In the Air Force, I knew the minute I got off that bus in basic training what I was there for.
I was in the United States Air Force 26 years.
I served in the Air Force for 21 and a half years. As long as she had my back and I had her back when we were off, that's just how it worked. You just had a team, it was team parenting to the utmost. Still had to push the troops. We had Kellen, our son, he was in a car seat in the van. I had a flight that was in 0 week of training, so they just got there. They were doing overtime with a curriculum project. When she was doing her deal, I was down in the van, sitting in the van with my son. So when she got time to relieve me, she drove across the base, sat in the van with my son. I went upstairs to the dormitory to train the airmen. And it was bouncing back. We did that to probably about midnight that night. It was times where I actually was in the house and did not see him, because I got home at about midnight or whatever, and I had to get back out there to the base at like 4 in the morning. I didn't want to go up there to wake him.
It was really tough. I gained a lot about my own character and perspective as to what I could and couldn't do. The Air Force is very good about integrating women and men. So I had women in flights, I had men in flights, I had joint flights where it had both genders. Female flights would start off and they would be awesome until halfway through, and then the bickering and the fighting, and they fall apart. Male flights start off, they don't work well because they don't know the other guys. Women can work in little small groups without knowing everybody. Men work better when they know who they're working with. So halfway through, they would bond, they would get to know each other, they would establish some type of informal chain of command, and they would become a cohesive team. It's interesting to see the two genders at work. If you can line up something that you're good with, or even better, if you can line up something that you like, then jump at that. But I was very lucky in the fact that I grew up in my career field.
Integrity, tell the truth, service before self. Take care of others before you take care of yourself. And then excellence in all you do your best. Find that mentor, that one person that's in your unit, that go-to guy or that go-to girl, and make sure that you have a few of them wherever you go, because that supervisor and that mentor, those are the ones that's going to keep you maybe alive in some situations or keep you from making a bad decision. This part of my life, it's still have your stressors in it, but it's more relaxed. Walk past the uniform and you can walk past your shadow box, and we just know that we did it already. That's the part that just keeps me fired up, that I already had a career, and now I'm just trying to search for whatever one that's going to keep me sane.